Hi, I'm Judy Code with the Catholic Nonviolence Initiative, and I'm just going to share with you a little bit about our work. The Catholic Nonviolence Initiative is a project of Pax Christi International. It began with a question: what if the 1.3 billion Catholics worldwide had a full understanding of the power and effectiveness of active nonviolence and the connection of nonviolence to the heart of the gospel? What if we all knew how to apply nonviolent tools to diffuse conflict before it became violent? And what if the Catholic Church committed its institutions, channels of communication and diplomacy, its vast spiritual, intellectual, and financial resources to develop a new moral framework and language for discerning ways to prevent atrocities, to protect people and the planet? These were the questions that were discussed at the first gathering in 2016, which was held in Rome, the Nonviolence and Just Peace Conference. The purpose of that gathering was to discuss the Catholic Church's history of and commitment to nonviolence, and to urge Pope Francis to consider writing an encyclical or other church document on nonviolence. Well, one result from the 2016 gathering was the 2017 World Day of Peace message, which was nonviolence, a style of politics for peace. We were very pleased with that. And another result of the 2016 conference was the appeal to the Catholic Church to recommit to gospel nonviolence, which we continue to refer to as we move this project along. The appeal to the Catholic Church to recommit to gospel nonviolence asks that the Church continue to develop Catholic social teaching on nonviolence, to integrate gospel nonviolence into the life and the work of the Church, to promote nonviolent practices and strategies, to initiate a global conversation on nonviolence, to no longer use the just war theory, and to lift up prophetic voices of peacemakers and nonviolent activists around the world. So from the beginning of this project, which started after that 2016 conference, we knew we wanted to deepen Catholic thinking on nonviolence, so 5 roundtables were created in 2017 to focus on different aspects of nonviolence. And we had lots of, more than 100 people from around the world who participated in these roundtables. They lasted for about a year. We were very fortunate that so many theologians and peace practitioners were willing to give their time and their talent to participate in these roundtables. And each roundtable, the 5 roundtables, each one wrote a paper on their topic, their specific topic on nonviolence. And those 5 papers have been shaped into one large document, which was discussed a year ago at our second conference in April 2019, also in Rome, which Pax Christi co-hosted with the Dicastery for Promoting Integral Human Development. At that conference last year, dozens of theologians and peace practitioners again, plus a number of bishops and Vatican officials, gathered together to discuss the findings from the 5 roundtables. And after the April 2019 workshop, all of the comments and the considerations from the folks who had been at the conference were added to our big document, and we now have a book called Advancing Nonviolence and Just Peace in the Church and the World, which will soon be for sale. It's in English. We hope to have a Spanish translation available also, and at some point in the future, a French translation. But look on the Pax Christi International and the Catholic Nonviolence Initiative website for information. We're very happy about that. This book presents experiences of the power of nonviolence, the biblical and theological foundations for nonviolence, and the pastoral implications of nonviolence and what it would mean for the Church. So we think of this book as a great resource to move this project ahead. So for about the last year, since the second half of 2019, we have formed some working groups to continue to address our work, addressing particular constituents and moving the conversation about nonviolence along within those groups. We welcome everyone's participation. If you're interested, please let me know. The groups are advocacy. The goal of the advocacy working group is to promote nonviolent policies at national and international levels. We have a bishops committee, which is to do outreach to bishops and get them to talk about how to advance nonviolence within their diocese through pastoral letters, etc. We have a religious communities committee, which is to engage with religious communities, which have really been the backbone of a lot of this work. Religious communities have embraced nonviolence and promoted nonviolence long before this project began. We have a People of God committee, which focuses on the laity, small groups, parishes, and it has created some resources for these groups to use to discuss and promote nonviolence. And we have a theology working group, which is for theologians to discuss new aspects of nonviolence within theology. The People of God working group, they were the ones who have designed what is now known as the Catholic Nonviolence Days of Action. So we're very pleased about that. We see this as being complementary to the season of creation, which is being celebrated at this time. So the Catholic Nonviolence Days of Action start the 21st of September, the International Day of Peace, and extend through the 2nd of October, which is the International Day of Nonviolence, Gandhi's birthday. So if you visit the Catholic Nonviolence Initiative website, you will see a few resources that have been created and several of the activities that have been arranged for this time period. So this is just our first year. We're very pleased with the response that's happened so far for our first year and for last minute notice. And we're looking forward to future years having even more resources and more activities and more opportunities for people to learn about and discuss nonviolence. So one other thing to note about our work at this point is obviously the pandemic has affected our work this year. COVID-19 has exposed the structural violence that face our planet and the radical insecurity that this violence creates, the systemic poverty, political repression, and the useless but dangerous military systems and the armed conflicts that they breed, racism, and the growing climate crisis. A response to the pandemic requires a shift in thinking and acting from systems that destroy, dehumanize, and diminish to a culture of solidarity that seeks the fullness of life for all, and to the ecological conversion that Pope Francis describes in Laudato Si. We've been very pleased that several folks associated with the Catholic Nonviolence Initiative have been participating in the Vatican's COVID-19 Commission, and that they are able to raise the issue of nonviolence as a method, a lens through which to address so many of the challenges that COVID-19 has raised for us. So we continue, again, to talk with the Vatican, and we have been very pleased also that so many Pax Christi sections are also picking up and doing their own work on nonviolence. Certainly, Pax Christi Germany has done a lot of work, has really embraced the project, has done some very creative thinking and creative programs, which has been wonderful to see. Also, Pax Christi England and Wales has been doing a lot, the Philippines. So it's exciting to watch people embrace this in their own context and move the project along. So I guess that's all I have to share for the moment. We have really appreciated the support and enthusiasm that we've received from your section, and we look forward to continuing to work together and moving this along. And if there's any questions or anything I can do for any of you, please let me know. Thank you so much, and God bless.